Sorry, didn't see the screen. Yep.
Can you see, oh yeah, you can see my screen. Everything's all
Yeah.
good. All right, so tell me about your play style. I guess what do you think you need to work on? This recent match history looks pretty good.
Well, beginning of the season, I definitely had a few interesting games, so to speak.
Oh
But
no.
no, like I certainly have a few issues. Autopiloting is a big one,
Mm-hmm.
where like the Twitch game there, I could have died way less. The 161. I
Oh,
could have
here.
died way less, but I just was not paying attention anymore. Um, I find playing from behind pretty difficult. Luckily, I'm not too bad in lane most of the time, but then when mid game comes around, or even early game, I can extend that pressure a lot of the
Interesting.
times.
Okay. Well, we'll
But my
for
main
sure
goal is not
see.
to die.
It seems interesting. I mean, it's like when you take over the game, you just like over.
Yeah,
Look at these
yeah,
Xayah games.
that's
Damn.
they're all right.
So which one of these do you want to take a look at first? Which
Um,
one's most important?
I'm guessing the Trist Lulu one. It's the
All right.
oldest one, but I remember it being pretty frustrating. Uh, can't remember why though.
All right. We'll take a look. We're in the laning phase. Oh, Lulu's getting some free hits.
Hmm.
Oh my. Okay. So what happened here?
Yeah.
Wait. So what's going on? What's going on in your head when you see something like that?
Um, back him up.
Uh, this is true.
But then I open myself up.
Right. It's like uh, yeah, you want to help him, but
Hmm.
if he's too far away, then you can't really help him, right? In this case, you can actually get a good trade off with Vayne because you're like, oh, I pretend to like go for Jenna, but then you can like put your bomb on Vayne, right? Um,
Do you
but that I
win?
think that was sorry, what were
Um,
you saying?
oh, sorry. I mean, if she tumbles, does my E and one auto out trade that?
Yes, you win that.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
at the very least go even, and that's
Hmm.
only when she gets 2 hits, right? Most of the
Right.
time she's gonna get 1 hit. So winning or even sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And then this is level 2. You can just kill this guy. Nice. Okay, got his flash. Good. Nice. That was good. Beyond the taking like a few hits for free, I think that was really good.
Hmm.
Um, and then it's just straight up pushing, right? So what's the game plan here? What do you think for the laning
Um,
phase?
well, Zach is a pretty good front line, and Lulu can just detect me. The only
Well,
thing I need to. Oh yeah, sorry.
no,
Again.
for laning. Like, don't worry
Oh, for
about like
laning.
team fights or anything
Okay,
like that.
keep pushing.
Okay, good.
Just push him in the tower.
When can you not push? I should say in this lane.
Hmm. Um, jungler obviously, but
Well, even if they do have a jungle gank, you can still push, right?
mhm.
As long as you still have what flash. Honestly, even if you don't have
Right.
flash, you can probably get away as long as you don't get Janet
So
tornadoed,
nice.
right?
Hmm.
So in this case, the idea is like you said, push, right? And how about trading? Do you want to trade?
Mm, I think so.
All right, who do you want to trade against?
Well, Vayne, but I
Well,
think it's yeah. I don't know. Like this is another thing. I guess I should mention is some matchups like all-in matchups are very. It's very obvious how you win and how you lose.
uh huh.
But since it's Janna and Lulu here, I feel like there's a lot of I don't know, a lot of
It's
things
very
going on.
similar, right? You're like, oh, how do
Yeah.
you do this? So the idea is that if you have two trading supports like here, and I guess you could call these poke as well. If
Mhm.
you team up against the enemy support, you're gonna win,
Yeah.
right? So you want to trade with Xayah, and if you trade with Vayne, it's like even, right? She hits you, you hit her. Both supports shield each other, whatever. But if you hit Xayah and Vayne's not paying attention, you win, right? So you can't lose if you try and hit. If Xayah comes up, walks up to you, you always hit her, right? Pretty much always hit her, unless you're like getting ganked or something, right? And in that case, you don't want to do that. But so far, it looks like it's going really well. Lulu keeps hitting Xayah, and it's just like, oh, free damage. So this is honestly still really good, right? Ideal, one might say. And then they're gonna be forced out of lane soon.
One question: are you recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, sure. Otherwise, I just had to set up something. Just making sure.
So I have a question here. How come we back off here?
I think Lulu wanted to get wards, and I like escorted her or something. I'm not sure. Like, this is kind of autopilot.
Interesting. So the idea is that okay, so you've gotten a lead, right? You've won lane as long as you can make them back or kill them or whatever, right? You even got Xayah's flash, so that's really good. Now it's like, now that you pushed in the wave and you put the bomb on the tower, what do you want to do, right? It's like the question is, can you get ganked?
Not really.
Right, I agree. You cannot be successfully ganked, right? Because not only do they have no HP, you just turn around and kill them. Even if they were full HP, you can probably just make sure that Lulu doesn't get hit by W, and then everyone jumps out and everyone's happy, right? Even if Lulu gets hit by Xayah slow, she can just flash a jab and EQ, right? So you pretty much can't get ganked. So that begs the question, what's better in this case, warding for a gank you can't die to, or applying more pressure, right? That's the idea, is that we're going to go like ward for something that doesn't even bother us, right? When in fact we can hit her, right? Every time she wants a minion, you pretend to hit her, or if you can hit her, you hit her, right? And all of a sudden she's within Lulu flash ignite range, right? And then they die, right? I've seen that. I mean, we've all seen that before. Lulu just flash EQ, and it's like, oh, that's kind of sad.
So I should, like, when she was hitting the ranged minions like 5 seconds earlier or whatever, I should position like in the gap.
Right. So this is the idea, is that you can't see my cursor, right? I guess Discord doesn't have that thing. Oh, you can? Okay. So every time she wants a minion, you get close enough to hit her. So then she has to be afraid of getting it, right? If she gets too close, you can punish her. You hit her, right? And you say, oh, but Xayah's gonna shield, right? And then Xayah wasted her shield, right? So then you can do it again once it goes down. And then if they try and fight you, you have full HP with Lulu full HP, so you win. You hit Xayah, right? Like we said, you want to hit the Xayah. Or whoever she doesn't shield, and then in this way, with such an HP advantage, this is how you kind of make it so that you punish them for the earlier mistakes, right? You're like, oh, now you can't see us, right? So once she realizes she can't get any minions because she dies, she bases, and you push, and then you base, and then you've won, right? That's like, at that point, you'll be up like 12, probably at least 12 CS, right?
And do I still do that if Lulu like went to ward there, like it was 1v2, so to speak? Do I still?
Right. So here, when she is leaving, the reason why we can still do this is because if they try and hit you, you have all these minions here. Right. Yeah. Right. So you stand right outside terror range, and then the instant she hits you, you just hit her, and then she has to run. Right. So that's kind of how you know, is that you have all these minions. This is correct. If there are only 3 minions, which is the usual, you have to leave. Right. There's no real easy way to pressure. You actually get out traded because it's 2v1, right? She just shields, and then auto attack Q, auto, and then run away, and then you lose, right? Because they have a shield. But in this case, these minions count as like a third champion. It's like so much damage. So in the usual case, when it's just 3 backline minions, yes. But in this case, you push a ton of minions in there. That's how you know that you can pressure. So yeah, and then here it's like, oh, same thing, right? You already know. So basically, the idea is, if you cannot die to a jungle gank, apply as much pressure as possible. Right. And you have to determine whether or not you die to a gank by matchup and how strong their jungler is, etc., right? Full HP, you have sums, whatever. Usually the standard rule is, if you have flash and full HP, you're good to go, unless they have like all in, right? All, like they have an all-in support and like all-in jungler, then you're like, you actually can't push up unless they have no HP, right? In that case, you do go ward. That would be good. because they just engage you on their tower if you don't go word.
Like Alistar or something.
Right, exactly. But in this case, this is the classic
Mm.
range support. Range support. So you just push all day,
Yeah.
and you're happy with this. Okay, this is
Yeah.
gonna be a good base. Good. You're already up 10 CS, so that's good. That's definitely just one thing you should take a look at if you're like, oh, how do I push my advantage even further, right?
Yeah.
All the early stuff was really good though. So I guess we're back to pushing, right?
Yeah.
The same scheduled program here. Let's hit these.
It's sad here that you can't like make it come in as Tristana.
Right.
You're like,
Because every time you last hit something, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of awkward. In this case, somehow we're missing some CS. I'm not sure if that's
Yeah,
kind of awkward or something, but
that's yeah, just
so the
not up to par.
so this season, in my opinion, the priority is make sure you get all your CS
Right.
first, right? And then the second is, can I pressure them? This is if you're winning, right? So CS first and then pressure, right?
Right.
And then if you're like losing or you're against poke, don't get hit and then get your CS would be the priority, right? Don't get hit by the poke and then you can go for your CS. But
So
because the reason why I say that is because even though we were winning super hard,
we're not transitioning that.
yeah. It's like you were dumping on them, but now they have the same money as you, so that's kind of awkward, right? Yeah, it's like, oh wait, so the only thing they really lost was they couldn't go help the jungler, like they couldn't fight in the river, but it turned out it didn't matter this game, right? So it's like, now we're even, right? Now it's like, oh, this is kind of awkward. What's going on?
Weird.
So you should win this, but
I thought Lulu would walk up more, but
oh yeah, I don't know why he's running away either, but yeah, it's just really awkward. Don't worry about that. You have no jump though, so you might have to be afraid of a gank at this time. Still should be pushing in. Now, when we're talking about these matchups, you know, should you still push at level 6? Right, because you know things change when people have ultimates. So
considering the like her items, triple dagger, I think we still win if it comes to an all-in.
I agree, right? Because the instant she presses R, you just press R, and then everyone's happy. So you should still be. Wait, what? Zach is still here. Oh yeah, he got spot on the word. That was awkward. That was unfortunate, but it's okay. That Jarvan. Oh wait, you have no mid laner, so this could be awkward as well. But it should be okay. Vel'Koz is not gonna roam usually. But this is good, right? You just push tower damage, get all your farm, and you're very happy, right? The only thing we're missing here is the farm, right?
If I can, if I'm like put in the situation where I can get a free auto off on Vayne or I miss a creep, it's like usually the correct thing.
Get your CS, right? Unless you're gonna do like a third of her health or something like that. Unless you're gonna get like a big hit in, then you go for the creeps, right? So
Lulu and stuff.
Right, or you have a gank coming. You want to dive. Then in that case, you ignore the minions and you help this play. Oh wow, this is a really good round. In that case, you like it. Basically depends, right? So if it is like a normal case, you want the CS. If you're gonna get a lot of damage off, you hit her, right? If you have a gank coming, you want to dive. You want to hit her because you want to make this dive work over the CS, right?
Right.
But that was a really good round. You guys went up. You got assists, some kills. Good. Probably just gonna push this in, and then I think we can stay. But basing is fine too. Because the reason why it might be unfortunate to base here is if these minions hadn't gone into the tower, they could have killed another wave for you. But yeah, I think we're missing some minions. I don't think it's too big of an issue, but normally speaking, you want to make sure you get them all, right? I think there might be bigger fish to fry, so don't worry about that just yet, right? I think the landing so far is, at the very least, no major mistakes, and that's what's really good, right? That's what we're really looking at, because in platinum for sure, it's like the other guy's gonna like make a mistake first, right? So we're already doing really well, I would say.
It's weird. In preseason, I was plat 2 at the end of season 7, and then preseason got to D5, but I'm having a rough time getting back to D5 right now.
Of course, of course.
And
Yeah,
even
it's
then, it took me a long time.
so.
Okay.
What are we doing here? We're gonna go clear some wards. Okay, we were looking for a roam, but there's nothing. Sure.
Yeah.
Come back bot. Push this out. So what's the game plan now? We're talking about the mid game, and I
Right.
think you said something about mid game. What's your
Yeah.
what are you thinking here?
We'd like to rotate to a different lane. Mid lane's kind of rough because Vel'Koz has insane wave clear. I mean, that's my assumption. I don't know. So we definitely want to stay top or mid since Rift is more important than.
I agree, and this is gonna work, right? You're either gonna win this, yeah, you're gonna win this no matter what. You have
Yeah.
two people here, so just kill his ass and everyone's happy. Wait,
Did we
what?
kill?
Wait, what
Did we
happened
not
here?
kill?
Whoa, what's going on?
Can't remember this.
Wait, okay, why?
I thought I was kiting backwards.
Basically, if it's 2v, basically when you have numbers advantage, just
Yeah.
pretend you always win. Usually
Yeah,
speaking,
yeah,
you're always gonna win, right? So you can even like play like a monkey here because she can just ult you, right? So
Yeah.
there's no way you lose this. That's kind of the
Okay.
the idea. You kind of want to punish that, but don't worry about that either.
Do I jump on him?
Yeah,
there?
you can jump on him, right? You even
Everything.
have flash if you're like, oh, I'm actually gonna die. So
Yeah.
you kind of want to kill him, I think.
I
But
was kind of thinking Zach would also come in, but that didn't happen.
it's just you should know that
Yeah.
you have more people, right? I think
Yeah.
you guys spotted Jarvan, and then this guy's running at you when you have a Lulu, so this is free, right? So you should know this is free, but it's okay.
Right. Okay.
Honestly, as long as there aren't any suicidal mistakes, I think we're still okay here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is a good camp, I think.
I saw Jenna.
This is a good camp, right? You're gonna one shot her. You're gonna ulti her. Oh, too early, I think.
Yeah. The tornado.
You're gonna die here if you're not careful. Oh, you're gonna flash over the wall, maybe. Oh, you don't even have to flash over the wall. You just kill this guy.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is good. There's no way to get out.
magic resist.
Right. That's fine. And then you just jump over and you kill his ass. Good. You're holding onto your jump so you can get more distance. Oh, get him.
Did I?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do I need to flash that? I don't know.
I think it's fine. And you push this out, and then it's super interesting how you knew you'd win that one, but you didn't know when it was just Olaf. You know,
Previous one.
it's kind of funny because this time Olaf had Janna, and I was like, oh.
I guess it's because I initiated on the Jenna and was like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm going for it, and then the Olaf initiated on me, and I was like, can this guy actually kill me? I'm not sure.
He's being he wasn't paying attention to
Okay.
your support. Oh, what the hell? He's not gonna win this one either, right? You can definitely kill him here. Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
I guess not, huh? That's fine. You're still gonna win this though. Maybe. Yeah, you're gonna win this. You have ulti still. Oh my god. Okay, that was really unfortunate. So let's back it up here. Okay, let's go. What's going on here? So after you kill these guys, and you get tower damage, you want to base, right? Because what's the alternative to basing?
Taking Rift Herald. I don't know. Do I have much of a choice?
No, yeah. You the alternative is to stay, right?
Right.
To stay and keep pushing, right? But we have no mana, so
Yeah.
you can't actually stay and keep pushing because if he fights you, if he comes up to hit you, you have no bomb, right? And then you have to save mana for jump, so it's like really awkward. So you should. That's how you know you want to base is that you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Is the idea. So you want to base here, right? After something happens, right? So this is the standard, right? So this is like, after something big happens, like you kill people, get the best thing you can, and then look to reset, right? So you wanted a base here. That's why all this like random shit happened, where we didn't have cooldowns, and then it was like
No mana.
yeah, exactly. So it couldn't actually really do anything. So you wanted a base after that, but the fight after was like no way you could win, I guess.
Yeah.
You just didn't have anything. Okay, what's going on here? Going back top. Sure. Gotta defend. Maybe you can chase. Oh, okay, he's going in. So maybe you guys want this. It looks good. You just hit the closest guy and you win this, right? You can even jump on Janna and do something fancy. This is good too, right? You just do this and you jump on Janna, jump on Jarvan, jump on anyone. It doesn't matter. That was good. And you want to push, right? So same thing. After something has happened, you're like, oh, what's the best thing I can get? So you want to push, right? So far the only kind of major decision making error was overstaying, right? The other kind of errors you could say you made were just not punishing enemy mistakes, but I think that it's okay to skip those for now, right? You don't have to worry about those just yet. You can just take this and run. That's the idea. Oh, okay. You want to run now. You want to run now. You want to run. Okay, good. We get out.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
unfortunate for Zach. That's fine. Getting red, sure.
Is it
Lulu
better
based.
to take red buff after you come back, or
It's fine to secure now because your teammate's dead, so he was gonna steal it, right? That's fine then. It's like, oh, you could like, oh, maximize your red buff time by getting it after you come back from base. That's ideal, but sometimes it's just not feasible. So I think that was fine. That was perfectly fine, right? You didn't really have anything else to do. Your job is basically just try and get as much money as possible, right? So you're just gonna keep going top. This is fine. I'm gonna push this out.
I wonder now, like, would this have been a Tabby's game instead of a Berserker Greaves?
I think that you can make an argument for Ninja Tabbies because they have 3, physical damage sources, but I also think Berserker Greaves is fine here, right? Ninja Tabbies is just super useful against lethality users, right? So if they had like a Kha'Zix or something, oh, you would definitely should have gotten it, but I think here is fine, right? You should be relatively safe with Lulu. Like, who's gonna hit you, right? I don't think Olaf should be on top of you, and just driving damage is not enough, and Vayne does a lot of true damage, so it's like, it's fine, right? Seems good to me. Okay.
Yeah, I really like Berserker Greaves, or the attack speed that it gives, but feels like you have to go Tabbies a whole lot.
What happened here? Wait, okay. You can hit this guy, right? This Vayne?
Yeah,
you can just put your bomb on her and then just like Q.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Lulu comes around, right? So you definitely win that, I think. And Zach, it dies, sure. Okay, I think it is becoming a problem. The whole
not punishing enough.
Right, so now we're all dying here because we stayed, right?
Yeah.
So how do you know this is a loss?
4v5.
Right, so the best thing you can... What do you want to do when you have a dead member?
Turtle.
Right, you want to clear waves, right? You don't actually want to fight unless you can one-shot someone. So we're just staying here, and that's like the issue here. You actually don't want to stay here. You should be like, oh, backping, everyone wants to get out. Sure. You already know you lost. We don't have to see that. And then they start banning. You can't stop it either. Oh no, it was a disaster.
This is
no.
How it goes.
So basically, the kind of 3 major things so far are the overstay, right? The not punish, and the if they have more people, you should run, and if you have more people, you should fight, right? I think that is always something anyone can work on, right? It's like, when you realize you have more people than them, you should look to fight, and then when you know that you have less people, you don't want to fight, because 9 times out of 10, the side with more people is gonna win, right?
Like, even if my team like lingered around there, because I always have
this spam back ping, right? You can't. It's like, the thing is, there are only like a few outcomes, right? So one, you back and your team stays and they die because it's 3v5. Okay, so you got away, but your whole team died, right? The second option, you stay, the fight erupts, everyone dies. And then it's like, oh, I guess that was worse, right? And then the third option is someone gets smart and backs ping everyone, and then you guys hide under tower, no one dies, and you just give up a dragon, right? So that would be the best. So in all these cases, staying is the worst, right? The only time you would stay is if someone finds something really good, like Veigar cages Vayne and you one-shot her, and you're like, okay, this is a 4v4, we can look to do something, right? But beyond that, you guys definitely don't want to stay, right? This is really good. Wait, hold up. Okay, you guys do kill her. That was really good. Really good find.
You walked up
and then
too
it's
far.
You probably want to jump out. Okay, you're still fine. That was good. Make sure you don't die to some random shit. Oh, you're gonna die to some random shit if you're not careful. Okay, this is fine. Think you play that fight fine. You couldn't really do anything about Valkaz ulting you. Hitting minions, good. Interesting. Think you have too many dead people, so we're kind of scared. It's fine to give up the tower. And sure, you want to push out. Any questions, by the way?
Not really. I think it's just weird how this game went.
So this is how this is like this is still considered. This is still what we want, right? When we play AD carry, where you have farmed, you have enough money to carry the game. That's what we're really looking for, right? So all the early game, mid game stuff, that's in order for us to get to this point. So we're still able to carry this game as long as we play these team fights out. So it's basically you just have to hit the closest guy and you're good to go. Like this Olaf, maybe. Okay, we can talk about this too. In team fights, who do you have to be afraid of? Like what?
In this case, Olaf with ult, Vayne, if she somehow gets on me, Falcaz for sure. Jarvan maybe? Don't know if he has the damage.
It's like EQ or something. But in this case, you can ignore. You can say Olaf's less a priority, right? Because you can jump away. For Jarvan, you make sure you jump out of his ulti, and then for Vel'Koz, make sure you don't get hit by the knockout, right? So you should be good to go. Yeah, you just kill anyone here, right? You should know that there are very few one-shot threats. Okay, this is really good. You just kill them all, or you're gonna get a bunch of kills here.
Not sure here. Wait, I mean, I can't remember how this went. Yeah.
It's fine. I think maybe we could look for more, but the team fight in essence was well played, I think. This is really good. Holy shit, nice. And then you're like, oh, we have to back out, sure. So yeah, you can definitely carry this game. Yeah.
I remember this.
Oh, you're still fine. That was good. You're still fine. You just everyone gotta go home. Gotta heal, take bot. So this is honestly what we're looking for, is that you are strong enough to win fights, right? So
even though
I think
we didn't really get any objectives out of it.
There wasn't really anything to get. So I think that you should be happy just winning that fight when I think they were winning. They were winning. They're no longer winning, right?
Yeah.
So we should be happy with that. I mean, like, what were we gonna get? I'm not sure if you could have gotten that mid tower, right? What is this? 27.
Here I'm just kind of.
I can't remember what it was. Oh, here.
Yeah.
You have no minions. You can't get shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
So basically, this replay is about can you play fights out correctly, right?
Yeah.
I think.
I also guess what I struggle with is knowing exactly how hard I can push the champion. Because there's like so many traumas, I guess, bad memories of going just that inch too far and just getting.
I see. So it's like not knowing when you should be going more aggressive, I guess.
Yeah, like pull the trigger
right
hard. Oh, yeah, this.
You should be fine, right? He can't really do anything. Okay, so
yeah,
this is really awkward because let's talk about this. So there are really only 3 main things that are going to kill you in a team fight, from what I see, right? So let me know if you agree or disagree or whatever. But the first is if Jarvan ults you and you have no jump or flash, right?
No escape, yeah.
So the second is Vel'Koz knockup. Or I guess you could say his ulti too, but I think that's Probably not gonna happen, but it's really his knockup, right? And the third is, like you said, if Vayne somehow condemns you into the wall or something. So
Yep.
we don't really have to worry about the Vayne part, unless she's next to us, and then that leaves really the Jarvan, right? So when Jarvan goes on you, when do you need to jump? Is it when he EQs? Is it when he gets close? Is it when he ults? When do you need to jump?
Preferably, I dodge the EQ and then jump out of the ulti.
Right. So the real thing we're aiming for is saving our jump for ulti. Or you can do something like, if you want to get advanced, you can say, oh, he thinks we have no jump, so I'm gonna use it and then put a bomb on him and then get my reset and jump out anyways, right?
Yeah.
We can bait him that way, but you don't have to do that, right? You just need to make sure you jump out of the ulti. So if when we jump here, it's like, oh, you can kill him. You can do like a ton of damage to him. This is actually really bad for him, right? Because
it's 3v1.
What does he get? He doesn't get anything. You need to hit him. You need to hit him, right?
Yeah.
The idea is that you need to kind of save your. You use your jump defensively. That's the first priority, right? And you say, in what cases do I use my jump? So it's going to be just Jarvan ulti, is what I'm saying. And then for your offensive cases, you say, can I make this play work 100% with my jump? And then you do that, and you're good to go. So that's when you use your jump. Anything that doesn't include that is kind of we're missing out on something, right? So he's still full HP, and if he gets away, right, it's like, it's because we weren't hitting him. We're doing a lot of damage to Olaf, but here, if he was like lower, you could have maybe looked to reset off him, right?
Yes.
We didn't really do enough in the team fight, I think. Here we're just like running away when there's no threat. Same thing with the warding in the bot lane, right? When we're warding, but there is no real threat.
Too careful. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I think it's becoming a common trend, right?
Yeah. Could definitely be true.
Let's see. You just hit this guy. This guy can't kill you. Just hit this guy. Oh, nice. Oh, Velka's trying to snipe Lulu, I guess. Okay, you're dead if you get hit by that. Oh my, he actually ran out of stuff to throw.
Yeah.
Oh, if he had another W.
Yeah.
Or if he had his ulti or something. Yeah, I think, from what I see, you should work on identifying when you win and when you lose. Okay? So, what I mean by that is like the times where you should win. Don't worry about the lane stuff, right? Your laning went well enough, but the times when you win, you have more people, right? You gotta fight. Olaf went on you top. You have Lulu. It's 2v1. You start Jarvan, you're like, this is 2v1, right? Wow, this is really good. You just fucking kill them all. Let's watch this real quick. But yeah, you have to identify when you win, and it's obvious when you have more people, right? And then you have to identify when you lose, when you have less people, right? And then the third part is when are you threatened, right? When do you insta lose, right? Because we're being too careful. Like when you mention all these things, you mentioned 4 champions, right? And to an extent, it is true, but you should prioritize. Which one's the most common case. What's the most common case, right? It's not gonna be Olaf because you're playing Tristana. It's gonna be Jarvan ulti, and then it's just gonna be Velka's knockup, right? So you can simplify things like that, right? And then beyond, if those things aren't able to hit you for whatever reason, that's how you can hit back, right?
Right.
There are too many times when we should be hitting people, but instead we ran away. Like that Vayne ran up to you, you could have taken out half her health, right? And then it would be really hard for her to fight against Vladimir. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, you win this because you have more people, right? He's just gonna die, and then you can probably be Baron. But yeah, I think that's the theme of this game. It's like we've played safe enough. Now we need to go in the other direction because we're super strong, right? We're like really strong in this game. You guys are gonna finish this. Oh, ulti Jarvan away. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Did you have ulti? Oh, that's awkward.
We didn't have vision of him.
Oh no.
Yeah. I rewatched the replay a few times. I remember now from that game because his flag was like nobody noticed it coming down or whatever.
That's awkward. Well, it's same thing here, right? This is the same idea. Is you can kill them all, right? And how do we know that? What kills you? That's the first question you ask when you say, "Can we win this fight?" So what kills you?
Jarvan EQ or Olaf. I don't know.
Right. I would
Not a-
say maybe German EQ, and that's it. Right. So
okay, because
you can
yeah,
like you can hit people because we're just like, yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. This is good, right? And then
and then he
uh,
flashes out.
and then it's like, oh, Olaf gets on us, we just walk out. Okay, yeah, Valkyrie's ulti is probably one of those things. But look how much damage. Look what he was doing. He wasn't even he wasn't even hurting you. Look at this, right?
Yeah,
So you need to identify what is actually gonna hurt you, and then don't be afraid to hit back, right? If you can hit someone, you should hit them. As long as that thing which you already identified can't hit you, right?
Yeah.
I think that's like that's like actually what happened in this game was that
Yeah.
we were so strong, but like we didn't hit anyone, which is kind of awkward. There were a lot of times when you did, right? And the fights worked out really well. You just like fucking played it pretty much flawlessly. And then the times where we kind of backed off is I think it's too many times, right? Maybe if we look at another replay, we'll see a similar.
I think the Varus one was pretty similar in terms of getting ahead, but then not doing anything with it, or not pressing it hard enough, I should say.
Right. I think like all the mid game stuff was good, right? Except the times when you overextended. I think you should once stuff has happened, ask yourself if you can stay, right? But basically ask yourself, if I stay, what's the worst thing that could happen, right?
Right.
I think that was literally the only thing that happened in the mid game. This is really good. Look at all this is all really good. Your laning is really good from these two games, comparatively, right? So I don't think we have to worry about that at all. It's just the how far can we push our lead, like you said, right? Once we're ahead, you're good at getting ahead. Now it's like how do we use that to win the game? So in this case, it's the same thing, right? You want to push until what? Until they can gank you. So at what point? What has to happen for them to be able to gank you successfully?
We have no sums, no HP. Jarvan lands EQ.
Right. I would say if you get trapped by Jinx,
True.
that would be the lose condition, right? Because you can always flash Jarvan EQ, but if you get chain CC'd, it's over.
Yeah.
So as long as you have full HP and Jinx can't throw traps behind you or whatever, then you can do whatever you want. Oh, and does anything change at level 6?
We should have massive kill pressure at 6.
But what's a successful gank look like for them?
Right. Traps again, or I don't have flash and Jarvan ultis me.
Right. You don't have flash, Jarvan ultis you. That's the big one, right?
Yeah.
And what about the rest of the map? Do they have any globals that could
Right. Yeah.
screw
TF,
you over?
obviously.
Right, TF. So once he's 6, it's you don't push unless you have your jungle, right?
Right.
Something like that. So, or unless you know you can win a 2v3, but that's really rare, right? So here you're like, oh, we see Jarvan, sure. I'm going to get all these. We're just gonna clear these so we can skip past this. But yeah, this is similar in that you don't have to be afraid. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, rooted. He has no flash. He's dead.
Yeah.
Easy money. Step on a trap. That's awkward, but whatever. Style points, right? Jarvan tries to counter gank. I don't know what's going on there, but here, okay, what are you gonna do in the next 30 seconds? This is your planning phase, right?
Hard push him back.
Right. That would be a really good option. Is there a second option you can do?
Potentially dragon.
You can't dragon because it's too early, right? TF walks forward and you guys are screwed. So, and Nidalee can't take it. What else? There's another really good option you can do as well.
Deep wards.
I would say that you guys have no words. So.
Right.
What is Jinx gonna do when she gets back to lane?
What is what is she going to do? Clearly.
Yeah, what is she gonna do if she thinks you base?
Hard push it and return.
Right. So how do you counter that?
Yeah. Okay. camp a bush.
Right. You can do that as well.
Yeah, yeah,
In this case, it looks like that that idea is probably not as good, but it's something to consider, right? That's like the planning phase. When something's happened, you guys have won. You're like, oh, what am I gonna do next, right? Because that's your time to think. This time too. It's like, oh, what was my next move? Can we still push? Answer is yes, because you still have flash, right? So. Look at this. She actually went double greedy and she stayed for another wave, right? So if you guys are sitting in a bush, that's a free Xayah snare.
I can. I don't know. We didn't manage to. I was about to say we can freeze a wave, but looks like we can.
Let me see. Here.
Not sure.
It could be hard because there are too many minions, but it's maybe possible. I would say. You could try. Yeah, you could stand here and see if they come up, and then see if Xayah can land a root or something. But that's also another option, right? But basically, it's about like knowing what you can do, and then picking which one you think will work the best, right? So, that's how you get. That's like how you get a CS advantage, right? You set up as many traps as possible, and then if they fall into a trap, boom, you win, right? And then it's the same. They're gonna do the exact same thing, right? They're gonna try and trick you as much as possible, or do as many good moves as possible. And then if you fall for any of them, you lose CS, right? So that's kind of how you make the CS differential. Because even though you win lane, somehow you have like no CS advantage, which is really awkward. Okay, here we're rotating mid, but there's nothing really to get because you don't have ulti. But clearing wards is good, right? Checking to see if there are wards, that was fine. You can always camp a bush as well, right? If you know that they're gonna come back and try and push. German's gonna be 60. Okay, yeah. I think now it's starting to be scary when you might want to consider not pushing unless you think that Xayah can one shot. Yeah. Now it's the freeze, right? Now you can not hit these and it's gonna push towards you, right? So if you die to TFOT, that's what. Oh my! Let's watch this.
Awkward.
No, it's fine. You tried with the follow-up, but Jinx had a really nice flash, so I think that was fine, right? Okay, TF is ulting his own lane, fine. Then you guys can do whatever you want for the next 2 minutes. Except that German has ulti, so that's kind of awkward. Oh my! Look, so this is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
But also in team fights. Wait, how'd you know you're gonna win this?
Because Jinx is way in the back and she's alone. I don't know what she was doing, but it was obvious that it was.
Yes. So we just now we just need to make it so that you recognize certain fights are obvious, right? There is no way for them to fight back, so you can win. So you go forward, right? That's what we're looking to trying to have you recognize, and I think that'll help you the most for sure because that was really your core weakness in the mid game, late game. It was like, look at this. This is fucking. You're like destroying these. Okay, maybe the CS too, but you're like destroying these guys in the early game. So it's like you don't need to work on that at all, right? You just need to make sure that you take the fights that you can't lose.
What's like the max CS you can get at 10? Do you know?
Oh, it's like 114. Sorta. If I remember from my CS practice, yeah. Whenever you are like, whenever you need to practice on CS, like I think maybe you could do that too in a practice tour. Just like, right before you play a game, do this, right? Or right before you play your games, do this. You only have to do this once, and you say, just CS for 10 minutes and see how much you get, right? So that's what I did, and I had to look up like the values, but 114 was it the most you could possibly get, right? The best I ever got was like 110 or 111. So anything that's like 90 and above, you're good to go.
Because I always thought like 80 was how do you say?
Not
like
bad?
Normal, like good.
Normal. It's not bad, especially at this rank. But just know that when you're in control. Yeah, when you're in this much control, right? You're literally dictating the way this lane goes. You can get all of them, almost all of them. You'll miss like 5 max if you do like make sure you don't miss any in the lane phase, and then make sure you push and freeze and whatever. You won't miss any, right? Like for example, it'll look like I just actually played a game where it looks something like that, right? So when you're in control of the whole game, it'll be like 11 minutes, there's like 100 farm, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want. This is kind of what you want it to look like.
Yeah.
When you're in control. When you're like not in control, it's fine. But when you can do whatever you want, that's the ideal.
Right.
I think that it is something that you still don't have to work on yet, but maybe in the future, right? That would
Right.
be something to take a look once you're like, once you fix this first issue. I think
This yeah.
knowing when to go in, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that you can't lose, so you should hit someone, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Fast forward a bit. This is gonna be very much seeing if you can ulti someone and then it gets rooted, right? She's even like taking shots to block the cannon. That's really funny, right? You can ulti them and win unless you think TF is coming. Even if TF is coming, you could probably one shot, right?
Mhm.
Is it me or just going by super fast? Oh no, it's just normal.
Looked like it, yeah. I don't know. Like if she like Sarah, you wait.
What's going on here? Oh, this is really good. Really good. Zanya's. Oh my Janna
yeah.
save. Holy shit. Okay, that's not good. It's actually still a good outcome, but this is really interesting. Wait. How come we're like, how are you not scared of like TF here? He ulti top or something.
Yeah, because I saw stuff going on top and was like logical, but yeah, did not. As I was looking for the TF, I did not.
See Jarvan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And that happened. Insect Janna.
That's pretty crazy. I think that this is fine, but you should have known. You should have seen Jarvan on the map, but we don't need to worry about that yet either. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking die if he's not careful. Oh my, Kyo didn't have flash? Oh, he didn't have flash. That's okay. He's gonna kill her anyways. Or he's gonna get her flash. Dude, Kyo runs people down like none other.
Yeah.
Oh, if Jinx ultis correctly. Okay, so yeah, go mid. Good. Right, so you have no. I think you have no problems with knowing where to go. It's just if there's ever an issue in the mid game, it's probably because you're overstaying, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think from these two replays. This is really good pathing, I think. And really good decision making.
Only not when they're up in my face.
Only when you're fighting. Yes, I agree. Okay, let's see what's going on here. It's like, oh, it's Jarvan here. Not sure. You should probably just push and not siege, right? Okay, good. Push and then look to like de-ward or put ward somewhere. You want your Rage Blade as soon as possible too, so
yeah.
If you can base for it, that would be really good as well. It's very much just sitting mid and clearing. That's fine. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, coming to help, really good. This is probably gonna be a win if your team is chasing, right? Okay, wow, that was free. So you can push mid here and do dragon, right? Good.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, never mind.
Interesting. I think you were trying to word or something.
Yeah.
Oh my, kill them all. Holy shit, that was a super throw. What the fuck? Okay, it's really funny how you know that when there's no escape, you have to fight, and then it's like you kill them all. But then when you can like run away, you'll like run away. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really funny from comparison to the last game. Like so far, this is pretty good, right? I'd say so far so good. This is exactly
Still
kind of what we want.
By the way, spoilers.
Say again? You still lose this? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's really
Spoilers.
awkward. You need to buy a Rage Blade.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm dancing here.
No. Is your team still like trying to do something? So this is fine, right?
Okay.
But if your team can't find anything after this wave you clear, you got a base, right? That's the idea because there's nothing else you can get, right? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but you want a base. Yeah. Okay. Good. Base. Yeah. Rage Blade. Go mid. You can probably go top. You probably want to go mid. And Kiel wants to go to the side lane. You guys are trying to siege. I think it can be okay. It could go wrong if I think you have words, so it's pretty clean. Only one way Jarvan can come through, and you guys did it really quick, so I don't think you would have time to respond. You just stay mid. Good. It's good that you. I don't know if you told Kiel to go top, but that was really good because if you go top, you're gonna get run down by Jarvan Twisted Fate, right?
Right. Yeah.
The staying mid is really good. Okay, you want to kill this Jarvan, maybe. Okay, how do I know? How do we know that you win top side?
Two bot.
Right. So you should just fucking YOLO into their face because you cannot lose. Okay, that's what I want you to think is that when there are more people, you can't lose.
YOLO.
So when Jarvan is like within ulti range and he's like doing some shit, you should just either push this and take tower or push this and go top because you know you cannot lose, right? What's going on here? Okay, we're going top. You gotta try and force something because it's free. Oh no. Oh no. We could have gone mid too here.
Yeah. He gets out. No, wait.
You can also take like the path around the wolves. That's faster, right? Instead of the safe path. You know you don't have to take a safe path because you have more people. That's what I want you to think. Unless like, there's a one shot. Usually speaking, there's not going to be a one shot because there's no assassin in this game. But you can just take the unsafe route. You can also fake. You can also fake rotate and stand here. And just like ulti jinx, right? Yeah, exactly. You already know. But basically, try and find something to do. But I think it's just unlucky that we couldn't find anything. That was a nice try. But basically, the reason why Janna showing bot is good, even though Vlad dies, is because when that happens, it gives your team a chance to find something better, right? Because all they're getting is a kill bot in a lane where they're still gonna lose, right? Vlad versus Jax. I think Vlad's still ahead by a lot. So it allows you guys to do something really good if possible. So that's what you should be looking for, is that really good thing. So here we're just clearing, sure.
I remember this part of that game where I felt like I wanted to really make stuff happen since I have Rage Blade, right? Spiking, but there's nothing to force. There's nothing to gain, and I don't know how to force that.
So one thing you can do is if somehow they have no engage, right? Somehow TF already used ult, Jarvan has no ulti, and you're hitting their tower. You hit the tower until you have Rage Blade, and you ulti them and dive, right? Because you have Rage Blade. So if you ulti someone, you know Xayah's gonna get the root off, right? Another thing you can do is if they didn't use their engage, is you push and you go bot, and then you have man advantage, right? Because there's still some people mid on the enemy team, and then you kill whoever's there, right? Another thing you can do if you have a tank is that you can push and then bait Baron, right? Tank is gonna, actually do the Baron, or he's gonna. The enemy team should know that you guys can actually do Baron because you can tank it. But I don't know what's going on here, but we have to be safe because we don't know where Jarvan is. That's fine, right? But basically, when you see an opportunity that you know you can't lose, you can look to ulti, right? Look to ulti flash, and you're good to go. But even in this case, you guys are happy scaling because you have Kale, Vlad, and Varus, right? So you don't necessarily have to do something, right? You're not on a timer or anything. I don't think Jinx is Jinx is pretty good, but I don't think that's a big enough threat. You have Kale, dude. That shit is so like this guy, that Janna. Could you have ulted her?
Should have. Yeah, I could have.
And then Jarvan comes out. Do you win?
Probably not.
I'll say there's a good chance that you guys are fine, right? Why is that?
Sums up.
Right, you have flash. So what are you gonna flash if Jarvan comes out?
His ulti.
Perfect, right? So use heal to get away from his EQ. He EQs. He's gonna ulti, you flash, you win, right? So that's how you know that you can ulti this guy, and then she's gonna snare, right? Zari's gonna snare, and then Jarvan actually shows up. So, but you didn't know that, right? So, but basically, if you can ulti someone and then someone can follow up, that's like best case, right? So anyone with CC like Thresh, Blitz, Braum, whatever, if you have anything like that, you can ulti first. You don't ulti first if you have like a Lulu or a Janna. You like use ulti to kill someone or peel, right? But you can use it to catch people if you have CC. Okay, this could be really awkward. Why do I say that? Okay, this is less awkward now, but they had more people, right? Oh, there we go. Here we go. That was really good. That was good.
Again, it's always when it's pretty obvious.
Right, when it's really obvious, you're good to go. You do really well when it's really obvious. We just need to make sure that the really obvious, we put more stuff into the really obvious category. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, I want you to think man advantage. Really
Yeah.
obvious. If you have, I think we played two different champions this game, last game, so it's kind of hard to say. But if you have CC and your team can follow up, that would be considered really obvious, right? If they have a non-tank or whatever. Okay, you guys do dragon, sure. Like your map movements are fine, basing is fine, everything is good. It's just like, how do we lose? You know, what happens?
Interesting stuff.
Okay, you guys do Baron. This should be fine. They have no idea. Take the Baron. You just push 3 lanes and you win the game, right?
Oh no, wait. No. He stole it.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, is actually another Jarvan steal?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this was, yeah.
Not like this. All right. So since this happened 2 games, and
Yeah.
one of the games you could have done something about it. Actually, both games you can do something about it.
Blue
How do
trinket.
you prevent this?
Set it up better.
You need to
It was blind too.
buy a pink ward and put it on the. Oh wait, you have a pink ward.
It's pink.
Jesus.
It was. You can see the flag like right
What
behind
the
Baron
hell,
for a
dude?
split second.
Dude, what a
He
genius, dude.
somehow did it. Yeah.
I don't know, but okay, that was unlucky, I would say.
That,
But the Tristana one, you could definitely prevent, right? If you know
Yeah.
he's there, you ward over when Baron's at 2,000 and you ulti him,
right.
right? That's how you prevent it. In this case, if you knew he was there, you ward over and you start hitting him
Mhm.
when Baron's at like 3k or whatever, so that by the time he's ready to EQ in, he's dead, right? That's the idea. Is that Jarvan? You know, there's only one thing Jarvan can do, and he's gonna EQ when it's low. So you can do whatever you want to prevent that. You just have to come up with something instead of just hitting it, right?
To be fair, like after this, the team was kind of tilted.
Oh yeah, so I can imagine. But you guys are still fine even if they get Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here going out here could be really really dangerous, but you just need a wave clear, right? Unless you can ulti the Janna, right? Basically, you're just looking to ulti someone who's a non-tank, and you guys will kill them 100%, right?
Yeah.
You're playing Varus, Xayah. Yeah, there's so much damage. Oh, what's going on here? You're missing a person, so you're gonna lose this
Yeah.
if you're not careful. Oh, okay. Okay, this is really good. Never mind. That was a really good catch. I lied.
Huh. I thought I'd die there actually, but with the TFL.
I guess it's KO. The KO ulti is really
Yeah.
good, huh? Okay, fine. And then we push. Basically, you on Varus, you look for opportunities to ult offensively, right?
Mhm.
And then make sure that what's the one thing that kills you in this game, or 2 things, I should say, or
Again,
maybe 3 things.
Jinx somehow.
No, not Jinx, not Jinx. Like the most common thing you'll die to. What's the top 3? Okay, Jarvan ulti, right? That's the number 1. What's the number 2?
Jax Counter Strike.
Yes, Jack stun. And number 3 is what?
Gold card.
Right, flash gold card. Those are the only things that are gonna kill you. So,
Yeah.
as long as you can get away from those, you can do whatever, right? And then look to ulti someone. You can honestly ulti anyone in this game because Jarvan built damage, right?
Yeah.
So, if Xayah can root, if she's in root range, you want to ulti someone. Or if you have Rage Blade up, you want to ulti someone, right? If you go by those 2 premises, you should be able to win any fight. Okay, you guys hit the towers. Nothing else to get after this. Oh, this could be an overstay because you have no minions. They're gonna clear these minions immediately. Oh, that was really good. Jinx. Oh, okay, you guys die.
Rip.
Right. So this is like I think you guys tunneled on the tower here.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing in terms of it's the same thing, right? Watch what kills you. So what was this? It was just Jarvan ulti, right? And we had no flash. So even if Jinx hadn't hit you or Nidalee hadn't hit you, or I don't even know what hit you, but actually it was just Jarvan. He has a dust blade, right? Yeah, he has a dust blade. So yeah, it's just Jarvan. It's just Jarvan. So it's the same thing. You see Jax, so then you know, oh, it's gonna be Jax flank, TF, gold card flash, and Jarvan ulti, right?
Right.
Those are the things you have to watch out for. That's actually really bad for you guys because now you got a lot of money, I think.
It's an ace.
That's awkward.
I know.
Still winnable,
Literally.
right? So
Yeah.
out of in all these games, you're still so strong. You can win. You can pretty much win
Yeah.
all these fights, right? So that's honestly that's really good because a lot of AD carries get so far behind that they can't do anything, right? But it's really good that you're in a position to be able to do something.
This is why, you know, asked for the coaching, because I have a lot of these games where I get ahead, but then stuff
Right.
just goes wrong. So
Right.
wrong.
Okay, what's going on here? So okay, why are we?
TF was up above.
TF just died, so now you know you just YOLO in, right? Okay, it's like, oh, maybe we couldn't find anything. Can't really see what's going on, but it's like, oh, all you have to do is watch Jarvan, right? And maybe Jax over the wall, and then just ulti someone. You can ulti anyone in this game, and they will die. Just know that Jarvan can EQ out. And then you're like, oh, hit Janna, hit Jinx, hit Jax, hit Twisted Fate. Oh my, what happened? Wait, what happened down there?
I think they kept chasing.
People wanted to go bot, and then you guys went mid. That's nothing to do with you. I think that's fine. And then here, everyone's respawning, so I'm not sure if you can get this. There's a lot of, I think, you can get this maybe. Oh, you gotta hit the hit. Oh, no, I guess. I gotta run. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. If you want to get it for the attack speed, just like throw your abilities at a minion or something. I don't know.
Right,
kill one minion, and then you're good to go.
Like, quick question. I remember the last dragon fight, like there. Well, it wasn't really a fight, but whatever. I kept that far back because I know, Jarvan EQR range is massive.
Right. I think that was fine.
How? Oh yeah.
Okay. Where was it?
So if I don't have flash, what do I?
You wait until it's gone, or you can try and bait him to EQ closer, right? And then he'll, if he thinks you're in range but you're not, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But the bottom line is that if you know you're gonna die if you get hit by that, don't do it, right? And if you see a flag, you know that he can't do it, right? Stuff like that.
True.
And another thing you can do is keep track of his flash timers, right? So basically, playing AD carry is a lot about how do I beat the enemy's engage / dive, right?
Yeah, sure.
And if you can outplay them, then you're gonna win fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically how you do it, right? Stay out of range until they make a mistake, and you ulti someone. You have huge range.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here? Okay, you just kill them. You just press R, auto attack. Oh, you can kill this guy. Oh, what's going on? Let's watch this.
I think I should have walked up closer.
Yeah, you gotta. I think you can walk between auto attacks.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
So one thing you can do is save your ulti as well, right? It's kind of awkward. It's kind of funny. I'm telling you two pieces of advice, but one thing you can do is just save your CC until they're trying to run away, right? Or after you chain. But like if you hit him after he flashes or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
In that case, it's just like maybe just like walk closer.
Yeah.
Walk closer. You know he's gonna try and get away, so you ulti flash or something, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on here.
Let's
get Baron.
Oh no.
Kill this guy. This is really good.
I stole it again. But
They stole it again? Jesus.
Yeah.
And then you lose because exhaust.
That was game. Pretty much.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is an unlucky game, but there are like a few major points in the game, right? Where I think overstaying is actually becoming an issue too. We like overstay mid, but there's nothing to get, I guess. Okay, so one thing you can do is in your games, if you're trying to stay, right, ask yourself, how do they stop me? I think that'll help a lot, because you were very aware of the Jarvan EQ stuff until you guys were like focusing on trying to get towers or something. I don't know. Wait, how's that game? The game's still going on though, right?
Tunneling. Yeah, yeah. But it's almost.
You can still
Wait,
win.
I
Um,
can't.
the reason why you lost that fight is because why? What do you think?
Um, didn't have ulti for the Jinx.
No, no, no. I think not having ulti is fine there. What was the thing that killed you? What was the thing that made you
Oh.
lose that fight?
Uh,
That wasn't a Jarvan ulti. Oh my god, dude, is this guy scripting? Jesus,
I don't know. I don't know.
that was crazy. Second blind steal.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
It was Janet exhaust, right?
Yeah.
You were right that
Yeah.
you were gonna kill that guy, but then Janet exhausted you, so you
Yeah.
lost. There's nothing you can really do about that,
Yeah.
except not choose to not take that fight. Wow, what's going on here? They have more people. You're gonna lose. Oh, you're dead.
Yep.
Let's watch this. This is a they have more people. You don't want to
I
help
was.
this,
Yeah.
right?
I
You
was.
can't help this.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Is that you try to help a fight that was like not winnable. If that makes any sense. So
Yeah. Sure.
what should you have done instead?
Just peace out.
Yeah, exactly. Go like group up with your team. Is really nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do, right? You can try and bait, but I think you just leave that situation, right?
Yeah.
So the I think the few biggest things are, one is the overstaying, because I think that it happened in both games and it had a big impact actually. Overstaying top lost you part of your lead, and overstaying mid swung the game in their favor in terms of money, right? In terms of the steals, dude, I don't fucking know. Don't worry about that. Maybe I was just like a weird Baron steals going on, but you
Freak
guys should have
events.
gotten those, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing Tristana, ward over the wall and hit and ulti him. But
Yeah.
beyond that, I don't know what else to tell you except know that he's gonna EQ over so you can hit him. The idea is that you stop hitting Baron, you hit the jungler, right? If they're going for a steal.
Yeah.
But the first thing you can easily do is fix the overstay.
Yep.
Okay. I think that after something happened, the only times you lose because of overstay is when something has happened, right? You guys get a kill, someone dies, whatever, and then the choice after that is what is the issue, right? Before any of that, right? When it's standard, when no one's died yet, you guys just got to lane, you never die, right? I don't think
Sure.
I've ever seen you die. It's
Sure,
only
sure.
when something's happening and you're trying to get stuff and you stay too long.
Yeah.
Okay, that was really awkward.
Mm.
This is just a what happened here? This is 4v5, right?
Yeah. I was
3v5.
like, I wasn't sure if Xayah wanted to catch or I don't know, and then I just
Can't do anything. So
hesitated.
even if he TPs, what happens when you hit him?
Jumps,
Yeah,
counter strikes.
yeah, this is all gonna kill you, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't really.
No chance.
Yeah, there's no chance, no real way to win this, especially with no flash, right? Especially with no flash. That rocket was crazy, but kind of when you have more people and when you have less people, that's the second big thing you should look at in terms of knowing whether or not you win a fight, right?
Right.
And I think in this game, there's a lot less of you knew when you needed to hit them. I don't think we saw much of that this game, honestly. Like you were hitting them at the right times. It's very much the overstays and the for this game. Maybe we'll take a look at the third game. Shed some more light. Let's take a look at this one real quick because it's kind of interesting. But the thing in common with the two games is that we overstayed. We gave up too much stuff, right? So okay, think about it this way: whenever you make a bad decision and it results in a swing play, right?
Right.
You've lost the game. You should think that you already don't deserve to win. That's how I think. Is that I already don't deserve to win this game because we made such a bad decision that the enemy team is winning. So that's kind of how I think of it. I don't know if that'll help you, but
Yeah.
that's how I know. I double check all my decisions. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
shit,
wait.
do we stay?
It's,
Right? Alright, let's watch this. What's going on here? So this is actually one where they. Oh my! Do you see this flay? Check this out.
Oh wait. Hold on a minute.
Say what?
1 second. What the hell? Somehow Twitch started blaring. I don't know. Never mind.
Oh.
This is very scary.
I know what you mean. That's happened to me before.
All right. Yeah.
That was a sick
No.
play.
You said something about a play. I didn't see.
This flay, this thrush flay. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Now let's start just Q flashes. Hell yeah. He's actually gonna die if he's not careful. But oh my, Draven. Oh, they're dead. They're trying to. Oh my, this thrush is saving everyone. Wait, Draven actually might get something here. Oh, okay, good. Okay, and then so definitely work on the decision making after stuff has happened, right? So after something has happened, what do you want to do now? Right here, right when you see this and there's nothing more to get, this is when you decide.
Push him back. No.
Okay, that's fine. I think pushing back is fine because you can't freeze it. So your only option is pushing back. And
it's kind of awkward since I pretty much nothing to buy or almost nothing.
That's fine. That's fine. You can buy a call. You can buy a longsword. Anything is fine, right? You want to push it back. That's good because you know that if you push in camp, it's not gonna work, right? Alistar's too low HP, and then if you push and go ward, there's nothing really to ward, right? It's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. So you just push this all. Make sure you can't freeze, and you base. Good. I like it. Okay. It's kind of awkward that we didn't base though. Because see, what happens if you don't base is that right now, what can you do?
Nothing.
Right. If you say soak XP, there's no XP to soak since it's pushing into you, right? If you say camp a bush, your Alistar had to base, right? If you say ward, we can't. There's nothing to ward, and if we go ward, it's like 1v3, right? So that's how you know is that your best option is you want to base, right?
Yeah.
You did get a minion, but I would say that you definitely wanted a base there, right?
Yeah. Kind of a mistake. Okay.
Because you would have came back with like an extra like longsword or anything.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, now it's like, oh, this wave's too big. Sure, let it push into you. You really definitely don't want to fight this, right? They have too many minions. Okay, good. Clear this. Fine. Honestly, I don't think we need to look at the laning phase because I think your laning phase is pretty good.
This game was kind of weird. As far as I remember it, was very. I actually don't know if it's even a good VOD. Like there were a few fights which could have gone a lot better, or I could have played a lot better. But I can't remember.
Where are we going? Wait, where are we going? Oh no. Okay, we can talk about this too. Let's take a look at this. So you see a fight going on top, right? So how far or how close can a fight be before you say I can't help or I can't help? Like what's the max distance you can go help a fight?
Mid.
Right, mid. One lane's distance. So if you're mid, you can help any fight, which is probably why mid lane's really impactful. And if you're bot and you see something happening top, you can't go, right? Because remember, the idea is you need to generate as much gold as possible so you can carry later. So if you go top and you get nothing, you've lost like 2 waves of minions. If you go top and you get something, you're still like, it's still probably not as good, right? And they could just walk away, right? So that's how you know you don't want to go top. You want to keep pushing, right? You want to keep pushing. And how do you know Sejuani can't beat you?
Flash, heal.
Right, and you can just walk back to your tower, right? There's no way. You can trade better than her, and then you can just exactly. So that's how you know. But yeah, you didn't want to go top here. And then if you wanted to go top, you should push another wave, right?
Yeah.
How do you know you should push another wave?
We see Sejuani, but I don't know. And Thresh is dead, I guess.
Yeah. How can they stop you? That's the question you ask.
Right.
How can they stop you? So this is what I want you to ask for your decision making. Whenever you want to, after stuff has happened that's not standard, you need to ask yourself, this is what I want. So you're like, I want to get tired. And then you say, how can they stop me? Driving EQ from the side, right? Or in this case, I can't come up with a way for them to stop you. So I would push, right? So you can say Shen ult. But if Shen ultis Xerath, you just ulti when he taunts, right? So you're good to go.
Right.
And if Sejuani starts walking up, you can push and run, right? So that's how you know that there's no way they can stop you. So that's why I would say push another wave, right?
Yep.
That's the best thing you can get. I think that kind of mindset will help this. We're missing random waves. I think that's less of a problem. We're also overstaying. I think that'll help the most with this. Double check your double check your decision making by asking yourself, if I were them, what would I do? Right. So here you want to clear and run like hell because they are on the way. Oh, okay, this is awkward. You want to run. How do I know? How do we know you want to run?
We saw him at Dragon, like
Right.
for him.
If I were them, you know, what would the play be? They would like lantern flash. Yeah, this 5v2, so they can do whatever they want. They're just gonna force as hard as they can, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you know. You definitely don't want to be there. There is a way for them to kill you, right? Okay, and then we push, and then you see this, and you're like, oh, I see Sejuani, so I would push another wave, right? Same thing. How did they stop me? They can't.
Right.
It's just 2v2. You guys are okay. 2v2, 3v3, and you have Gangplank ult and Rengar ult. So you're no way that they can really stop you. Basically, look to push out as many waves as possible, right? Wait, what's going on here? We're like, oh, we can help this maybe. Oh my. Yeah. Oh no, Shen ulti saved him. You say, I can't help that. Okay, that's fine. You can't help that. I agree. You push mid. This is really good. And then, okay, can they stop you?
I don't know if Shen has teleport. They might. I don't know.
I would say they're gonna stop you.
Run really fast.
There's a very good chance that we might not get away with this because you know Thresh has Mobies, but you know if this is worded, if you have enough awards, maybe you can say there's no way, right? There might actually be no way. You get this really quick. You gotta run right after this though. So okay, you can even keep pushing, right? Why do I say keep pushing?
Because we just saw them all.
Right, like, you just saw them all.
They also keep pushing.
Exactly. So push another wave, right?
Yeah.
There's you coming back here isn't gonna help, right?
Yeah.
Because this is gone no matter what you do, right? Either it was gone no matter what you do, or your team's gonna spawn and they're gonna defend it no matter what, right? So that's how you know that you probably wanted to keep pushing. Yeah, and even if they overstay, you can't chase. So I think you wanted to keep going mid. Basically, you come help when you know there's like a 90% chance you can help, right? I think we talk about I'm talking about this a lot because it happened twice already. Right?
Yeah.
We were like base and go help. Basically, you wanna default to your waves unless you can find something better, which is like getting a kill or assist, right? Or a tower or Inferno Dragon or Baron or whatever. But you gotta clear every wave first.
Exert as much pressure there.
So I think that Tristana game could have been an outlier. I don't know, but in terms of like you're not hitting these guys when you can. But what's going on here? You guys trying to defend. You can even go bot. What is going on? Okay, Rengar's got Shen. Sure. You want to help this fight mid? Sure. This looks good. Maybe. They're low HP. Talia has ulti. Oh, this could be really awkward if you get taunted here. Okay, that was really good damage. This is still fine. Okay. I think you guys won this. Oh no, Rengar. Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys win this. Yep. You have more people now, so you win. Now you push, right? Oh, okay. Maybe you guys you can get more. Let's get more. Sure, that's fine. I think you can get more. But yeah, now you want to push. Maybe you can even consider Baron. Dude, this Thresh is flay, dude.
God.
This guy's flays are disgusting. What the hell? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Okay, you do Baron. Okay. They have no smite. They cannot get it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They can't steal this one.
Base go, but yeah, exactly. Base and push. Okay, so you see a common trend here?
Yeah.
You need a push. Can they stop you? I don't see a way. Thresh just spawned, so you can't run all the way bot. So by the time you push, Alistar would be with you. So you need a push.
Right.
Think about it this way. The minion wave is worth more than the camps because you can go get the camps later, right?
Right. Yeah.
But if you do camps, you're losing the minion wave, right? That's kind of the way I think about it. And the only time you do a camp is if you're on the way to a wave, right? And the wave is not going anywhere. That would be
like
a
if
reason.
it's in your pathing.
Right. Exactly.
If you were a jungler, something.
Exactly. Okay, you guys push, right? Because there's no Draven, no fear. No Draven, no fear, right? You have more people.
Yeah.
Shen is always there though, so you have to be careful that you see Shen. He's still with the team because he has ulti. Okay, what's going on here? This is a fight. Oh, okay, this is lost. Oh, okay, maybe Talia can get out. Yeah, this is lost. Okay, you want to get out here. So whenever you have less people, you want to run, right? So that's how you know that everyone wants to get out. No matter what, you guys are probably gonna lose this. What the heck happened here? You just got hit by like Draven ult or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
You should run. You should run down, right? You want to leave this fight. Everyone wants to get out. This is a fight that you don't want. Basically, the idea.
Not sure why I ran in.
Yeah, the idea is that if someone gets one shot, that's your cue to. You need to play slow. Okay, if you ever want a chance to win the fight, you need to play slow, which is like kite, right? You need to run away, and then there's no real way to turn the fight around in solo queue, right? There's no way. You should just leave, right? So you should know that your goal is to run away. The first step is you should know that you should run. Okay, doing this. We're gonna do jungle camps. It's kind of awkward. We could push mid here, right? Same thing.
I was like kind of behind this game, but just tried to farm a lot. But
right, the way you get the money is by pushing waves. This is really really hard for you because Xerath is good against Xayah, right? You can't really do too much, right? I don't think I haven't really seen you not fight when you should fight in the last 2 games, which is interesting because we saw that in the Tristana game a bunch.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Wait, can you like rephrase that?
It's like remember the Tristana game where I was like, you should be hitting these people, but you're not because you know you win. We haven't seen as much of that in the last 2 games, you know.
Ah, right, yeah. Kind of goes into the autopilot, I guess. I don't know.
This is really good. Wow. Okay, you win. Keep going. You guys win this for sure, right? You can even look to ulti someone. So the idea is that if you have more people, you go, right? So here, is there anything you can do proactively?
Ult flashing.
Right. You can look to hit someone and then ulti, right? And then you can catch Draven, especially when you see that lantern go away. You're like, you can walk up and hit this guy. If he hits me, we win because we have more people. Right. Talia's gonna ulti in, I promise, right? So, okay, you guys doing Baron. The goal is to not get a stun. Okay, good. Everyone leaves, fine. But yeah, that's the okay, we're doing this, going right. Okay, push mid, sure. Okay, base, right? How do we know you want to base?
GP's basing.
Right. Your team already based, so that was a very good reason. The other reason is that can you guys get anything if you don't base?
No, they're all up.
Right, and what else?
A lot of vision. Not a lot of vision, I guess.
You have no ultis, right? So that would be you can't really fight, right?
Sure.
Even if they're all up, your team can still be out here, right? If it's 5v5, right? You're Baron, but the reason why we know you can't really get anything is because you have no ultis, so you can't make anything happen. So you should just base, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here?
Okay,
we're pushing. Oh, that's really awkward. You're getting hit by this stuff. Okay.
Sorry, isn't that disgusting? Like, what the hell?
The first goal of playing against Xerath is don't get hit, right? So you're gonna clear. There's no rush to clear the wave because you're gonna kill the wave no matter what you do.
That's true.
So
it's a good point.
Just make sure you don't get hit. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Remember, like in the poke lanes we talked about, where the first priority is don't get hit and then get your CS. It's the same. It's the same idea. Is don't get hit no matter what. Okay, and then this looks. Okay.
I remember this. This was weird.
You push mid here, right? You can't help this. You push mid here because even though it's within 1 lane's distance, you can't go in from behind the tower unless you think you can for whatever reason. Then maybe. But here you push mid, right? You take this and then you go for an hib, right? And then you run like hell.
Yeah.
This is really good. And you gotta leave. You can ulti. You can just leave. You didn't leave. Okay, so I think the common denominator is not playing with your man advantage, right? and overstaying. Those are the two main things I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think right. I think those are the two main things. Is that when you have more people, this is your mindset, right? You the first thing you do to work on this, the first thing you do is check the map and you say, how many people do they have and how many people do we have? If you have more people, you look to fight, and if you have less people, you don't want to fight no matter what, right?
Right.
And then the second thing is when you're trying to get stuff like towers or whatever, ask yourself, can they stop me? And that'll tell you whether or not you can stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at the inhibitor, you just got it, right? So the question is, what are we going for? And then we didn't really have anything to go for, and then we kind of overstayed, right? That's a common trend in these last 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Those two things. Every time I'm like, oh, you want to fight, but you don't fight. It's because you had more people. And every time I was like, oh, you want to run away, but you didn't run away. It's because they had more people, right? So I think those two things will help you the most, is counting the people on the map and then saying, do we want to fight? And then, oh, Jesus. Okay, so you know that this is almost doom. Okay, you're good. Run. Everyone run. Okay, you can hit this. Okay, no, you don't. Okay, now you run. Now you run for sure, right? See, sometimes it's a maybe if they're chasing. Sometimes it's a maybe, but then you'll get to a point where you realize there's no way, right? So this is a maybe, right? Because they're focusing your Alistar, but now it's like, oh, it's too far. Nice route, but this is also still a maybe because they just have too much people, right? Too many people. Yeah. So you just want to run. So yeah, same thing. There are more people. It wasn't obvious enough, so you guys all die, right? It's literally the same thing. You go through all these games and you look at the fights where you lose. It's because they had more people, right?
So every time I check to see if they have more people or not.
Right.
And if they do, I run and I just abandon the team.
You spam back ping.
Right.
You spam back ping.
Yeah,
and then that'll tell your team that we want to get out. And then if you have more people, you spam ping forward, right? Yeah. And even if it's not a clear engage, you will win because it's solo queue. I guarantee 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win if you have more people than them, right? Okay. So signs when you have more people, like you see that Jenna go bot, something like that, right? You see AD carry in a side lane, and the enemy jungler is still in mid. You're like, oh shit, let's get this jungler, right? Doesn't matter if it's Sejuani or not, because if you can get enough out of it before the Draven comes, you still win 4v5. You still 5v4 win, right? Stuff like that. That's what I want you to think, is that if you have more people, you go. If you have less people, do not go no matter what, right? The only time when you would fight if you have less people is if you see an obvious play, right? Okay, say that more people, but their backline's 10%, so you flash and hit them. That would be an example. But that stuff like that is very few, right? Occasions like that do not happen very often. So
doesn't happen all the time.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. So you want to run when they have more people, and you want to fight when you have more people. Okay, that's what I want you to focus on. And then the secondary part is, if you can do that and you watch your replay and every time you die it's not because of that, the second part I want you to work on is, if you are trying to do something, ask yourself, can they stop me? That's how you prevent the overstay. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Right, at this point of the game, this does not matter because it's already too late, right? We already made the mistakes were already made, right? So it's already too late at this point. You can be like, oh, Alistar should have flashed and comboed, but it's like, it's too hard for your teammates, right? You can Talia can also ulti this too, but it's like, it's still too hard for your teammates. So I think those two things are definitely the things that'll help you the most, because that's also the reason I think in the first game, when times you should have fought, it's the same thing when you had more people, right? When Olaf is running at you, you had Lulu. When Vayne was like running through you, but you had Lulu next to you too. Stuff like that. It's like you had more people than them, so you should fight. That's what I want you to think. Right. And then every time you lost, every team fight you lost was someone on your team got caught and everyone still stayed. Right? I think there was a time at Dragon you guys stayed for Ocean. Jarvan ulted everyone. That was a mistake. And then the time on this top side when it was 3v4, you Alistar, Gangplank. You Alistar, Gangplank, Talia died, so it was 3v4, so you can't win, right? Those are the times. Those two things is like every play in the last three replays you watched, right? And then the last thing is we stay too long. That happened like twice. Okay, so that's secondary. That would be secondary. The first thing is for sure. You need to count how many people. Okay. Before every fight, just basically anytime someone shows up on the map, I want you to count, right? So this is how you train it. Is that even in lane, you're like, oh, where's my jungler, right? Do we have more people on this side of the map? You can do something. Because if you see the enemy jungler top and your jungler's bot, you're like, we can fight and then dive, right? That would be an example.
Yeah.
Or you can run into jungle, and then if they try and stop us, we kill them all because it's 3v2, right? That's what I want you to think: is more people is win, more people is win, more people is win. Just constantly check your map whenever someone on the enemy team shows up. That'll help you the most. And if they're missing, you assume they're with their team, right? You count them in.
Analyze the situation, not just scramble to try and salvage something or.
Yeah, exactly. Like mechanics have nothing to do with your gameplay. Your gameplay is good on the mechanics, right? Literally, it's all about trying to do something when it's impossible.
Right.
That's the thing, and not doing something when it's free. That kind of concept is what's holding you back, I think.
Right.
Because your mechanics are fine. Okay, right? The scene looks good to me. It's just the other stuff. We're taking impossible fights and not taking free fights. That's what's really going on.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's what I want you to work on. Like forever, now and forever, you always count how many people. Dude, this is what I do too. I always have to count how many people do they have and how many people do we have, and that determines. That's a very big factor in whether or not I want to do something. Right? Like,
Sure.
oh, can we hit this tower? No, because they have a dude coming over and it's 5v5. Stuff like that. So for sure, get that down. And then if you still have problems, you go look at, am I overstaying? That's the next step, right?
Yeah.
But I think that this thing will carry you pretty far for now.
Interesting.
What do you think?
All right.
Any questions, thoughts?
Yeah. One thing, I've been trying Caitlyn a lot since I wanna, since I'm okay at the laning phase itself, but oftentimes find it just impossible to put out. I don't know. It feels like I cannot at all put out the same amount of damage with her as with any other AD carry.
Right. So Caitlyn is very different than other AD carries, contrary to popular belief. Right. A lot of AD carries have all in and follow up. Right. So you say Twitch, you just button auto attack someone, you press E, easy. You play Xayah, it's like a little bit harder, but you throw your feathers out and you press E, right? Okay, you play Caitlyn, and you're like, what do I do? I can use Q and miss, right? I can put a trap down, but it's not guaranteed unless we have a stun, and I can net someone, but that doesn't do anything until like 4 items, right? So Caitlyn's different to play in terms of your main function is to poke in siege and run away. Those 3 things. That's Caitlyn, right? Because you run away and let them run into your traps. Right?
Yeah.
The only time you're proactive is when you have more people, and you're like, oh, you net forward and trap behind them, something like that.
Yeah.
But most of the time, if you do not poke them down, you will lose. So if I watch a replay of someone playing Caitlyn, it'll most likely be they pushed up to the enemy turret, and then the enemy champions are full HP, and they all in, and then Caitlyn loses. Right? That'll happen 9 times out of 10. Right? Or Caitlyn sieging. And they engage, and then she loses because no way to get away, right? The same thing, right? You just need to poke first. You have to play to your win conditions, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Your range, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And you say, we can't do as much damage as Trist and Varus, right? That would be unfair if you could, because you can headshot them from like 1,000 distance, right? That's your job. So that would be a reason why I think you might be having issues with her, because I used to have a ton of issues with Caitlyn too. Until I learned more about the game. So
because I'm basically asking because every time I play her, it feels like I have to do 1,000 times more, like even more.
It's kind of a champion that's like you need to put more into it to get the same result. So probably recommend not playing her until she gets stronger or something. But
the damage doesn't stick as well, and I don't know if that's me or the sustain, or I don't know, but whatever.
I would for sure. I think that your champion choices are good, and if you do have mechanical issues, stick to one champion. But for the most part, your only issue is picking fights. That's your only issue, I think. Your biggest issue, maybe not your only issue, but your biggest issue, right? So that's what I would say.
One more small thing, it's kind of weird. I buy a lot of control wards, but a lot of the time they just kind of sit in my inventory until the time's there to take like a Baron or Dragon, and I can pink it. I mean, that's fine.
Right. That
But
is
in the
usually.
meantime, it's like just sitting there.
Yeah,
Not
I know what you
doing
mean.
anything. Yeah,
So
not getting
control
value.
words are
Yeah,
used to help you do the thing you want, right?
yeah.
So you're saying, oh, I want to push out a wave.
Hmm.
Usually you don't need a control word, right?
Yeah,
And then if you want to run to the river, you just plop it down in a safe
right.
spot because as an
Yeah.
AD carry, you don't want to move yours enough.
Hmm.
Um, in terms of keeping on what side of the map, if dragon is up and rift is down, right? Your
Hmm.
control word should probably be on the boss side of the map, right?
Yeah.
And then the third thing is use it to kind of camp a bush, right?
Hmm.
Those I think those three tips will kind of help you a little bit in
All
terms
right.
of putting it down because that happens a lot, right? You're like, oh, I buy it, and then it's like, oh, I didn't find a chance to use it, right? And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just there. So basically anything that'll help you, uh, anything that'll help you like get your goals done is good. And
Yeah.
sometimes you need a control word to farm, push out a wave because they have an
Mhm.
assassin, and you're like, oh, I need to pink this to make sure they don't know I'm here, and I push this and run immediately, right? That would be
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely helps when you're camping a bush, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You pretend the base, you're playing Varus, you ulti them, right? That would be
Yeah.
or you're trying to siege, you're gonna ulti the Janna, so you can pink over the side. I think there was this play, right, where it was like against Jinx, and then you were like
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
you can put the word down, boom,
Mhm.
she comes in, you ulti her.
Yeah.
Know 100% she can't see you, so
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah. Yeah.
examples
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
using pinks. But
That's a good
basically,
idea. Yeah.
yeah, it's along the lines of doing what you want to do. Use it to help you do what you want to do.
Like,
So yeah.
guarantee that it works.
Yeah,
Whatever.
increase your chances of success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like putting in the Baron Pit and Dragon Pit, whatever.
Yeah. All right. All right.
So yeah,
Good.
if that's all, I'll upload this to YouTube. Send you the link. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm always online.
Sure thing.
Yep.
No, thanks a lot. Helped.
Yeah, of course. Let me know how things go, and definitely good luck in your games. I'm sure.
Thank you.
I'm
Will
sure
do.
as long as you can make these fights happen that should happen and run away from these fights that are bad, I think we'll see a noticeable difference. So.
All right. Yeah. I'll certainly let you know.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right.
right. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.